Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with some more Grand Arena Championships. This is the second round, and I'm going to tell you, it was pretty easy. My opponent, his name is CG Employees Are Grand. Normally I don't mention my opponents, I just thought that name was funny. And he went straight away and just tore through my board. He had a little bit of trouble, but look at the defenses that he set for me. Like, he put a lot of light stuff out front. Some scoundrels, night sisters, bounty hunters, nothing too crazy, just normal average like B teams. Like, okay, I can deal with that, and I'll show you what he's got down there on the bottom, because that's where we're going to go first, of course. So he's got Geos and then a basic Grievous team. So that's not too heavy of a cost to pay to be able to see the back. I don't know if he's going to be hiding a GL back there or not. So we're going to go ahead and use Night Sisters here, just because I know that they can take out Geos, and that lets me save my Treya for if he does have Ray back in the back, and I need to use that with Vader or something. It all depends on the team composition that your opponent picks. If they use some weird combo, you want all the tools available to you that you have. So this is a pretty cheap cost to be able to use for this one. We'll go ahead and just get through these Geos. They're not too tough. Just try and spread the plague around, do what we can do. It just takes time to build up. You got to keep going and letting somebody die. In this case, I brought Spirit. I think Spirit's better than Talia as far as choices here, just because Spirit's got that stun and will take the buffs off. And the more you can remove the buffs from the Brute and try to get around him and get over to Alpha, the better off you are. Because you always want to try and get rid of that Alpha, and then you can, just mop up. So that's what I did the big hit on the Brute. Now I can get around to the other people, and really, if you can just kill anybody, it doesn't matter. If you can kill anybody, that makes their health pool that much smaller. But most of the times it's going to be all about Asajj just ramping up and being able to do greater and greater damage as somebody dies. So keep letting them go after Zombie. Thankfully, they like to favor Zombie even when there's no taunt. They like to just go after Zombie. They don't bother Daka too much, but they can. So you don't want Daka to get low on health. Definitely keep her out of the yellow range, because they'll start focusing on her. I think that does happen to me at least once, where they go after Daka and she gets like an ability block or stun or something, and you get kind of stuck there. And it's the same with Grievous. You just hope they don't target Daka after that. You want your Daka to be left alone. As long as she's left alone, you can keep reviving. And so that's it. They don't go after her. Now I can just go after as I can. You see it, they're slowly getting down. They're all plagued. They're in the yellow. My team is all revived and healed up. Still going after Alpha. Use the dog pile. And there we go. Once Alpha falls, it's very easy to just clean up this mess. Got plenty of time left on the clock, so we're not worried about that. But what I'm trying to do is, and one of the harder things to do is make sure that your team is not only all alive, but all healed up. And right there, I was thinking, man, is there anything I could do? And if I would have zapped one, the other one would have died anyway because of plague. So couldn't really heal up or do anything. Now we're just going to go after his Grievous team, just a basic Grievous team. And for that, I've been using Padme. Works pretty well, because it makes you not have to burn something like, like Jedi or Treya or whatever you're going to use. Padme is a nice team that will be able to take a beating if needed, and then still be able to get the job done and win with 5 alive. You're not going to get full protection or anything usually, but it's fairly straightforward to be able to get rid of the Grievous team and not get too messy. So I took out B2 and Grievous. Now I'm just working on getting through the stacks on B1, So trying to whittle those down as much as I can and try and keep everybody alive. Got to watch out for Droidica with the, the big hit that Droidica does. I don't want anybody to die and cost me more points. So trying to take Droidic out just when I get a chance to. Thankfully, I've got 2 Dispellers with Ahsoka and Shakti there. So they're able to get the job done. Now it's back to taking off stacks off B1. So that's what we're doing. And keep using Padme when I can call her to assist and everything. That way her basic gives more protection up. So I can keep everybody nice, healthy, not losing anything. I want to try and max out my banners just because my opponent did clear my whole section. And I don't know what he's gotten, I don't know what he's got in back. I don't know what fleets he's got. This whole double fleet season is nerve-wracking because you can do a good job on the ground, and if you get stuck on fleets, it doesn't matter. That's still a territory that you're not going to be able to clear. So I'm nervous about that. Before, I've never really cared about it. I open up the back and look at that. He put basically nothing back there. So he kept everything for offense. Like everything. He kept all his GLs, Luke, Jedi, Gas, Revan, freaking everything. And just put all kinds of B squads on defense. And thought that that would be enough. So no wonder he was able to clean my whole side of the board. I was watching some of his attacks, and I'm like, man, I thought he would struggle there. Well, you're not going to struggle too bad when you have every single thing for offense. So no wonder he was able to tear through it. Now we just got to clean up these top ones and see what kind of fleets we're in store for. So let's start taking these out. Okay, against his Night Sisters, I'm going to take in my Imp Troopers. I really should put some more work into them, and I'm not quite sure what mods they all had at GAC lock this time around, because I've changed mods a lot just as I need them. I end up stealing a lot of speed from Stark to put in other places that I need it. So it's unfortunate that I've had to really slow them down a lot ever since I've got them up to all being relicked. And I really do want to finish them off and add more relics to them so that they'll be able to stand up to full R7 sisters. Because you still do run into Night Sisters quite a bit. And especially in GACs, some of y'all do in TWs, but they really work well. If you can get your imps up and going, it's a pretty good 60 banners. I only got 59 there, but that's fine. I'll take it. Let's see. Now he's got Scoundrels, and I've got still a bunch of good stuff. Like when your opponent doesn't put Galactic Legends on defense, and you plan on saving these top counter teams like Jedi or whatever, then you suddenly have options. Since you don't have to burn your good teams on those, now you can overpower these lesser teams. So I didn't have to break up my Sith Empire into a Darth Vader squad and something else. So I'm able to just go ahead with my full Darth Revan team. Actually, I left one off just to get progress on the Underman feat. I figured that'd be just fine to be able to get rid of Nest. Right here, Nest is the last one left. I took HK's big shot because I figured, well, maybe HK can do it, shoot through the protection. But you guys saw that wasn't the case. Nest is still there. So we just got to wait till the opportunity presents itself. And now she's down to just health. So here we go. Take Nest out. Done with that. 60 banners. Can't complain. And now we're going to move on to his bounty hunters. So for that, again, since I didn't have to use them elsewhere, I've got my Jedi. And I've got Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke there. So it's going to be no contest with these bounty hunters. Stun them all, and then I can just pick them off one by one at my leisure. Whoever I feel is the greatest threat. Problem is with Jango and Mando and Boba there, I mean, they're all decent threats. If they have relics and they're modded for damage, they can really put the hurt on somebody, kill somebody. So I don't want that to happen. I'm not really worried about Bosk taunting. I tried to get him a stun there just so he wouldn't be able to do anything. It didn't land, so kind of stuck. I didn't want to waste the direct focus on Bosk, so I was thinking, where can I make the most progress? So, you know, he ended up getting his taunt off right there. Again, it doesn't matter. Luke does plenty of damage, so he was able to just knock him out. So I didn't have to waste too much time on him. I'm trying to keep everybody at full life, full protection. That way I can max out my banners. And so that's why I'm just carefully deciding like who I'm going to call and what moves I'm going to use. I don't want them to go and take protection off everybody and end with 55. I want to try and stock up as many banners as I can, because who knows what I'll be dealing with, you know, for the fleet situation. So there we go. Took out the bounty hunters. Got another 59 there. A lot of 59, so not too bad. And look at his fleets. He did what I did. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I put down my junkiest, crappiest fleets and saved everything ship-wise for offense. And he did the same. He put down junk. So let's go ahead and finish off these last two ground squads, and then we'll take out those fleets. I was wondering how he got like, you know, 65 on each of my fleets. And it was because, you know, I put down garbage and he had his best stuff. Well, now we're going to take out these ground squads. On Mothma team, you know, once they get going, they can do some damage, but they're not going to get going or do damage against a gas team. So I have my full gas clones, you know, 501st. It's a non-issue. I can do plenty of damage. They're not going to be able to be revived. I just got to start taking them out one at a time. It really doesn't matter. So sorry that, you know, you guys may think this one was kind of boring. I thought so too. Other than my opponent's name, which was kind of funny, there wasn't a whole lot of note in this round. It was just an easy, you know, go through, kill him, and move on to the next one. So I'm just letting you know right now, you saw with the fleets that he left and with the back zone that he left, and he stumbled on a couple of my teams. You guys saw his score. Like, he didn't even break 2100. So as long as I finish these teams off efficiently, I'm good. And so that's why I took in my bounty hunters against the last squad. Bosk lead. That way I'm sure to have full health protection, because they have so many mechanics to be able to regain that. You know, landing the debuffs, just doing everything that bounty hunters do. They're not going to lose a lot of points. Got to play them right, and I should be just fine. So that's all I'm doing, is trying to make sure everybody's healed up and ready to go. I've got my contract off even. I've got Grief and Mando. I mean, plenty of good stuff. I really do like my bounty hunters now that I've got Grief and Mando. And look where we end on Mando's Disintegrate. I do like when I can finish a team off and end on that note. So there's a quick 60 banners. That was it. Like, I'm not even going to bother showing these battles. Like, there's nothing. He put his junk in there. That's all it was. But it was the same stuff I put. Just junk fleets, and saved everything else for offense. So I think I got 60 on one and 65 on another, or something dumb. I don't know. I didn't lose, though. So there you go. There was the second battle when I used my negotiator on whatever fleet that was. 65 banners there. Easy. So I tore those up and got a pretty good score. And that was it. Like, that's the way the match ran. So 21-21 against 2051. Not too bad. So I do know that my next opponent in the next round, it's going to be one of the Maw guys. There's two of them left in the bracket, and they're facing each other. And the one guy has mods for days and puts mine to shame. So I'm expecting a tough round for the next round. After these two light rounds, you know, we'll see how the finals goes. Tune in later today or tomorrow. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.